Hello and welcome to Greg Reads Reddit, and I'm Greg. Nope, that's not how I want to say it. Hi, I'm greggoesallin, and welcome to Greg Reads Reddit. Today's theme is floor, and today I'm joined by my two good friends, Brian and Edison. Guys,
hey, what's up?
How's it going? Guys, when I say floor, what does that mean? For the viewers who might not be as educated, what is floor?
We messed up and we need someone to fix our problem for us, in the gambling sense.
Usually that means Greg.
In this poker room? Usually. But it's like if I'm dealing though, if I'm the one that's dealing and I'm in the hand,
usually
then
it's still Greg.
That's not true. Today we've got 3 posts from Reddit about various floor stories. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Our first post comes from Our Poker by Par Larry. OP says, after 25 years of poker, something I've never seen. Friends playing 1-3 at a local casino. So after a few hours, there's a guy there with around 500 in his stack that announces he's leaving in a few hands. So of course he decides he's gonna shove his last couple of hands blind. First 2 get through with no issue. Then on the third, my buddy says F it and calls off with 5-7. It's a hand we locally have a name for and play a lot, not justifying the call Lamau. Board runs out complete air. My buddy tables his hand. At this point, for some reason, Villain asked the dealer to turn his hand over for him, something about superstition, but I think he was needling. And the dealer responds that they are not allowed to table a player's hand. This confuses the Villain, and they go back and forth for a bit with the dealer, continuing to insist that he can't table the hand, and the Villain's not doing anything. So after what felt like 10 minutes, finally, my buddy says to the guy, hey, you want me to table them for you? He says, sure. My buddy reaches over, grabs his cards, and buries them in the f***ing mug. So everyone's kind of stunned, and the dealer starts pushing my buddy the pot. When dude is like, whoa, and they call the floor over. The floor agrees with the dealer that if Villain doesn't have an identifiable hand to table, he can't win. So the floor tells my buddy it's his pot, but they ask him to leave. We haven't gone back yet, so not sure if it's a ban, but I doubt it.
I think you should leave is awesome. That's crazy.
I guess the question is like, who's the bad guy here?
First thought, probably the villain, because he could have just tabled his hand if he really wanted the money.
Yeah, it's kind of on him.
It's like, what's on me, what's getting with me, it's like was it like an exaggerated 10 minutes or like the real 10 minutes?
He says what it felt like 10 minutes.
It felt like 10 minutes.
Like
okay,
but he also said that there was some back and forth. So there's at least 3 back and forth. So the guy being like, oh, dealer, you table my hand. Dealer goes,
why can't dealers table the hand?
Yeah, I guess it is showdown.
Yeah.
So the hands are supposed to be tabled.
Yeah. Well, why can't the dealer table the hand?
I think technically, like, you're supposed, when you go to showdown, like, they're supposed to showdown. Like, anyone, like, allowing people to muck their hand at showdown is just a courtesy.
Yeah.
But technically, like, anyone could request and say, hey, like, open your hand. I want to see it. It's showdown.
Yeah. Like, why can't the dealer? That's what that's weird with me. Why can't the dealer open the hand?
So are you saying it's the dealer's the bad guy?
I'm not saying the dealer's fault. Okay, like policy is different everywhere. It's just like why?
I guess if I was dealing in that spot, again, I've never dealt in like a casino or anything, but if I was in that spot, I would probably just be like, okay, scoop it up and table it.
Yeah.
You know, like
I don't know, but like I'm trying to think of the story that happened before this on why they can't table the hand is what I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe the dealer missed and mucked someone's hand.
Jesus.
That's true.
Yeah, but okay, I think. Okay, so the real question is this 100 IQ? Is this 200 IQ play or scummy as hell from the guy that won the pot, right?
So the next question is the guy mucking the hand ethical?
Are you even allowed to touch someone else's hole cards in the middle of a hand?
But are we in the middle of a hand? It's showdown.
I guess.
So I can just muck your hand in showdown?
You have to protect your cards. Dallas, stay strapped. You got to protect your cards.
I think based on the context that the guy just refused to muck his hand and like everyone's waiting, we're wasting time, I think it's kind of justified. But I think in rules at any point in any game, like you can't touch someone else's cards.
But the other guy also has 7 high, right? So what's there to be superstitious about? Like, at that point, can you even lose?
Hero has 7. Hero has 7.
Yeah,
high.
yeah,
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 7 high. So can you even lose? Just flip your
Yeah,
hand
Hero
over.
had 7 high.
Hero showed. Oh.
Yeah, Hero showed down
Yeah,
7
so
high.
like,
yeah.
the villain being superstitious is just stupid at that point, right?
Yeah. No. Obviously, we can all agree that the villain's f***ing dumb as shit. The guy's a f***ing
I
dumbass.
think Villain's fault. I think Villain got what he deserves.
I agree.
Ooh, what he deserves. So you deserve to get your hand mucked if you slow roll me in the future.
I think if you waste people's time for something that's completely not even helpful to yourself, or over superstition, over something that actually just ends up getting f***ed, then I don't know. I feel like you kind of deserve it. I think it's against the rules to touch someone else's cards, but you know, I think villain kind of deserves it there.
Yeah, I agree. I think I think Villain like you reap what you sow, right? Like Villain was up to no good, right? So no good happened to him.
That was beautifully put, Brian.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about the floor decision?
Well, what are they
What
gonna
is the floor to do?
Like dig through and show him every card until he
What is
finds
the floor
the
to
two
do?
cards he wants.
what are they to do?
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
like
really fair.
chop the pot. No, you
Stays in the middle for the next hand.
Okay, sure. Okay, the pot goes to OP's buddy. Fine.
Sure.
Is floor kicking OP and buddy out fair?
Yeah,
I think
that's pretty
I think
fair.
it's super reasonable.
I don't think they didn't get banned, right? It's just
Fair.
like get out before you get beat up for your own good type of thing.
Yeah, because like now if they stay, right? It's like now like that entire table, it's either the tensest 1-3 game you've ever been to, or it's a straight like chuckles, right? But like I think it's more likely to be the prior than the latter.
Right. Okay, so I think verdict is floor is reasonable. OP's buddy is reasonable.
Okay,
Villain deserved it.
we never said he was reasonable.
Yeah, just because someone deserves something doesn't
We
mean
never said it was reasonable.
Okay, let me amend it. Floor is reasonable.
Villain
OP's
des-
buddy is. Oh, villain deserves it.
Villain deserves
and
it.
OP's buddy
is a rich asshole.
is a rich.
No, he's not rich.
Verdict.
They're playing 1-3.
Hey, there's some rich people in one.
Dude, that's like $500 pot still. 7 high?
I think I'm jaded by recorder 50 games.
Our second floor post comes from Spooky Boy. Thoughts on this floor decision? And then it says a tag that says serious.
Serious.
So we gotta approach this one
All right,
seriously.
I'm sitting up in my chair now.
I know I loved reading these when other people post them. Never thought I would be on the shit end of one though. I'm at my local casino playing 1-2. I literally just sat down and straddled. 4 people call the straddle, and I looked down at King Jack of Diamonds. I made it $25 to go. All 4 people call, and flop comes King 10-6 Diamond Diamond. He has top pair, Jack kicker, flush draw. Small blind leads for $5. I announce I raise to 35, and he wrote it as I raise TO numerical 35. I raise to 35. The 2 people after me snap fold. Action is on, and he asks what the bet is. Dealer says 235.
Oh, okay.
Numerical 235. Even though I put $35 in chips out there, I obviously tell the dealer that's wrong, but the small blind wants the bet to be 235. I say no, but because the 2 people behind snap folded, action was binding, I call floor and they ask what the dealer heard, and he said 235 because I said I raised to 35. So floor goes with that. Anyways, I get stacked by top 2, so that's why he wanted the bet to stand, I guess.
Ooh.
Thoughts on this floor decision? Serious.
Serious.
That one's pretty bad.
On who? What's bad?
Like, I think both the dealer mishearing and the floor not allowing for that to be like a mishear because it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
I think I guess a $35 bet into 150 almost, right, is a pretty weird bet at the same time.
I mean, like this hand's like no ice like brain mumbo jumbo here. Like this went 5 ways to the flop, straddled $25 or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like,
so 125 in the pot.
Yeah, 125
and
in
then
the pot.
small blind leads up for $5 with top 2.
yeah, like that's not that's not real. Okay,
Also,
This
raising
is-
35, I guess raising small on that board makes sense. You just kind of ignore the previous raise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's basically a
235
check.
would be a
Yeah.
pretty big raise as well.
Yeah, $35 bet into 125 is super reasonable multi-way.
Yeah, one fourth pot, 5 ways.
But also being like 1-2, $235 over bet multi-way is also not unreasonable.
I mean, it's 1-2. Literally anything can
And it's
happen
1-2.
at 1-2.
That's what I'm trying to say. 1-2.
Anything can happen at 1-2, right? So it's like I get where the floor is coming from. However, I don't see. It's like clear. It's like it's about intention, right? So the other player, the villain, right? He said, "What was the bet?" So clearly there's some ambiguity. So like nothing's binding. I don't feel why it has to be binding. Is what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I think context. As much as we want to have really black and white rules when it comes to poker, a lot of things are context based. So it's something that comes up really often when I'm playing like tournament poker at these series. Is that someone will bet like someone will say raise, right? They'll say raise, and then person next to act will say raise, clearly asking, was that a raise? Like they'll put it on one chip that's a bigger denomination, ask raise.
Yeah.
But by the rules, that guy just said raise. So then he should have to be raised or have to be committed to raising.
Yeah.
So, but no one enforces it. So I think context is super important. I think the biggest piece of context is that the guy put out $35 in chips out.
I think this is one of the things where you just also gotta like ask the table, hey, what did everyone else hear, right? If everyone can back him up and said, oh yeah, he said 35 for sure, then it makes a lot of sense. But everyone maybe like mumbled the I raised part and just said 235, right? So maybe just ask the rest of the table for their opinion. I don't know how fair that is.
That's a good point. I've actually seen that happen a lot. When there's discrepancy, the floor, the TD will
ask
what did the rest of the table hear as well.
What happened?
Yeah, I think floor definitely should have done that. The part I'm a bit confused about is because there was action that happened after you put out the $35 raise, does that now make that 35 or 235 binding?
Well, I think it also depends on what they heard, right? Maybe they just heard 35. Maybe they did think it was 235 and that they would call it was 35.
Yeah, it's like, I guess like the situation could be like the two guys that folded after. If they said like, oh, I thought he raised humongous, so that's why I snap folded, that would have to make it binding, I guess.
Yeah.
If they both agree that it was 235 instead, right? Then it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to what Edison said. It's just like, floor should have just asked, what did everyone hear? And just go with majority rules at that point.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the thing that's funniest about this post is that if the guy hit a diamond, he wouldn't have posted this at all.
I was about to say that actually. I was about to say, well, like, but the real problem at the end of the day is he didn't hit his flush draw.
Yeah.
So
it's giving a bit of Garrett Adelstein, where it's like, if Garrett Adelstein had hit his flush or his pair, would there have been any controversy at all?
With Robbie?
Yeah, with Robbie.
Oh, he just takes the money and
takes the money and goes, what an idiot!
He'd be like, man, what a fish.
Exactly. It's been like almost 2 years, or maybe even more than 2 years.
I think so.
I saw more news come up about that recently.
Yes, he released a book.
Yeah, no, he released a book, and Tom Dwan says, I have proof.
Of cheating?
Yeah, that's what Tom Dwan said. I saw a headline online. I don't know how realistic that is.
I don't think Tom Dwan's doing very well. I don't think he is well. He was talking about some like CIA conspiracy linked to the Robbie J. Lujan.
What the
Anyway, I wish them all well. I don't want to be involved in this, nor do I want to promote a book that I'm getting no revenue from. Verdict? Floor should have asked.
This could have been handled better, like most things in poker.
Let's see what the first comments, the most upvoted comment says. It's by Jeans for Salmon. It's from Jeans for Salmon. Not sure what's technically correct, but that sucks. Dealer kind of you, IMO. If he heard 235, why didn't he ask you to put the rest of your chips across the line? Next response says, exactly, awful decision by the dealer in the floor. I deal and run the floor at a local game. Players will just leave if these kinds of decisions are made. Someone else says, you don't have to immediately when it's verbal. Dealer can ask you when the other party calls. Yeah, I think also another thing, that brings up a good point when making floor decisions. It's like you want to make a decision, yes, that's fair, but also one that keeps the game good.
Yeah.
Does the casino care that the game's good? I don't think they care if the game's good.
Even just from a business standpoint, you want the players to come back.
Sure.
If you're making decisions, that pisses everyone off.
Just from like a pure customer service standpoint.
Money. And I think most casinos don't care about poker. They make so much more money from slots. $1 per square foot, anyway.
Yeah. Slot, disgusting.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. That's to you all you slot players. Disgusting.
Yeah. Before we get to the next story, this video is sponsored by GG. If you want to play with me on GG or on Club GG, please check out the links in the description below. Okay, on to the next story. So this story, I've made into a sketch. It's coming out. This sketch will push to this story.
Okay.
To this video.
Okay.
This one's crazy.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm strapped in.
This is from Throwaway 449922.
Holy shit, it's so bad they had to make a throwaway account.
I called over the floor for the first time. What's the general poker player consensus on when floor should be called? I have a couple hundred hours experience in a poker room, but I don't know what's necessarily standard for something like this. I'm not super experienced, so I don't know if I cross the line at all. I'll try to keep it short. Texas Hold'em cash game. River comes and I verbalize a bet, but don't put any chips in front of me. Player mucks his hand face up. I muck my hand. Dealer pushes the pot to the other player. My brain malfunctions in the moment. I knew something was wrong here, but didn't realize what happened. I said, hold on, did I already muck? Not realizing that it shouldn't have mattered if I mucked my hand or not because he folded to the bet. Dealer says, sorry, you already mucked. Dealer is dealing the next hand, and I say, hold on, I should have won that pot. I told him I verbalized a bet and it should have been my pot. Dealer looks confused. I said, we should call the floor over. So far, this guy seems like kind of reasonable. Like, not reasonable, he just seems like,
Does it? Did
He
he,
seems-
just
he seems
make
like a nice guy.
bet? The other guy folded and he just shipped the chips over?
he verbalized a bet.
Oh, he didn't put his chips in, yeah.
Bro said I bet 100 or whatever.
I see,
The-
but he hasn't put
but
his
didn't put any
chips
chips
in,
out.
yeah, bro mucks face up.
No, the opponent puts the hand face up.
Opponent mucks face up because he never calls, and then but the pot gets shipped to villain.
Yeah, and OP mucks his hand face down.
Yeah.
This guy seems like a nice guy, first and foremost. The way he's writing, he
far.
seems like a nice guy. He's not even like super sure if like he's in the right or wrong. You know?
Sure.
In the meantime, the player to my left who took the pot says he will give me the money back. He puts chips in front of me, but I don't know if it's the correct amount. I say, I just want to get the correct amount. I don't want to get underpaid or overpaid. I tell him I am going to call the floor. He says he doesn't want me to call the floor. I do anyway. Player starts freaking out on me and starts calling me a R word among other things. I was calm the whole time, just saying, I want to get it right. In the end, they end up ruling against me because they only had video evidence, no audio evidence. On video, what they see is that he showed his hand and I mucked. Because I didn't put any chips out on the bet, they had no way of knowing if I made a bet. The dealer claims he thought I said check and that it went check on the river. I understood the ruling, although I'm not happy about it. My question is, do you think the guy had a right to be upset at me? And should I have not called over the floor? There's something really interesting about OP here. Like, most people are really pissed, but he's more focused about the pot and the money. And he's just like, was it justified that the guy called me the R word?
Well, I'm gonna put this out on the internet. You shouldn't call people that.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna put that out there.
That's fair.
Anyone who disagrees with me, wrong
And
channel.
OP, like, whether it's you in the right or wrong, like, you don't deserve to be called the R word. Have more self-esteem in yourself. You're a good guy, Mr. Throwaway 449922.
Hey, why is it a throwaway? That's what I want to know. That's crazy. It's like, why would you not want to call floor? Doing something else shady? Probably not.
Maybe. He could be. Maybe he's like hiding like $25 or something.
Hiding 25 bucks in
yeah,
chips?
like Tom McGreen, push the rest back.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Hates cops. Rightfully so. Hates the authority.
Maybe Florida, Florida just doesn't like him as well or something.
Ruled for him though.
Oh, that's true.
Ruled for him.
I guess, like, why? Okay, so floor decision, I think we all agree, is that's reasonable.
I mean, like, there's no way to know, right?
I mean, yeah, for the floor, just from everything that they're given, I don't think they can do anything else about it. But maybe this is just a lesson to like wait a little bit and get the pot first before doing anything.
Yeah, like, are you like one of those guys that like keeps your
Yeah,
cards?
until the dealer ships me the pot and then I'll muck it, right?
Yeah, and I think this is just another instance of like, floor should have just asked everyone at the table what they heard.
Are you saying the moral of all this is that people can learn to communicate better? Is it like everything, like most things in life? People just learn to communicate better?
Or just wait for them to give you your money first before you throw your cards away.
I think poker players will relate more to Edison's point than yours. But I appreciate what you're saying.
Communication
This is me
impossible.
communicating to you that I appreciate your sentiment.
Impossible.
I think something that's kind of on OP at this point, though, is So the villain offered to give the money back.
Yeah.
Great. But then OP's like, no, I just want to make sure I'm getting the right amount back. You can just calculate it pretty quickly.
Yeah. Also, it's like, yeah. Now that you say that, how the hell is the floor gonna make sure you get the right amount of money back?
Well,
I know you see it on the camera and
yeah,
stuff, but like it's overhead and it's just a fucking pile of chips.
Yeah, and a lot of dealers don't cut out the chips in a poker table as they would at a regular table game.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just like a pile. So like I don't think there is like a right way that the floor could have done that. Yeah. Like on the floor side, like you trust your dealer to be your eyes and ears, and sometimes you have a blind eye. Like it just happens.
like honestly, the other player offering to give the money back immediately was already really generous, right? So I probably would have just taken that offer.
Yeah, instead of slowing down the game and calling floor and just just figure out how much money was in the pot.
Yeah.
If the other guy's just willing to give your money back and they say no, and then like you start a whole fuss, you start calling the floor even though he's already like offering the money back, and then he's clearly like uncomfortable for whatever reason. That's a different story. And then still going through with it. I wouldn't say he deserves to lose the money, but it's hard to root for him at this point. Especially, like, imagine you're on the table as well, right? This whole thing happens, and now you have to wait another, 5-10 minutes for them to sort it out. Now, I'd just be annoyed.
So are you saying that maybe communication, Edison, could have been...
I think he could have waited 2 seconds.
No, it's like...
There's 2 ways to skin a cat.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
No. Okay.
Communicate or wait for the pot.
No, here's the thing. It's like, I can't help but empathize for OP, though, right? Because, he's playing 1-2. It sounds like he's, a newer player, right?
Newer player. He said he has hundreds of hours.
A couple hundred hours of experience.
I'm a liar. I'm wrong.
A couple hundred hours is a lot of poker.
Listening is a big part of communication, right?
So he's... Yeah. So, whoa. So you're telling me that he's played poker for a couple hundred hours. He has a couple hundred hours under his belt in poker. And he didn't just take the money?
Yeah, just take the money first.
Not a degen, then.
He just wanted to make sure he got the right amount. I guess he just wanted Floor to make sure that it was okay. And a couple hours isn't that much. Maybe
couple hundred hours?
That's maybe 3 months of playing.
That's fair.
He's playing recreationally.
100 and that's 25 hours a week. That's more than some people's part-time
Yeah, maybe
job.
4 months, 5 months, 6 months.
Sure, like half a year. Okay.
Where I would like to bring the conversation to is to Villain. I think Villain is a really interesting character in this, just because of how much he swings the pendulum back and forth in terms of personality. First, he's like, the first thing that's kind of strange he does is he mucks face up when he doesn't have to, facing a bet or whatever. Or maybe he thought it was check.
I think a lot of people do that, right? It's like they look at their hand, they have 2 pair, but it's like a 4 flush board, and they just muck face up.
It depends on what he mucked. It depends on the context of the board and mucked, right? Because sometimes you muck face up to be like, I'm so sick mucking this.
Yeah, like hero fold.
Yeah.
I have a set, but I'm folding to your diamond. Or something.
Yeah. Sometimes it's that, or sometimes on the saltier side, it's the I can't believe I missed, double gut shot flush draw and I missed, and the so unlucky face up fold.
I think the context of what he heard is also important.
Yeah.
On top of his actual hand, it's because if he heard check, a lot of people in position might just show their cards just to get the game going. So that was a slightly maybe not as strange as I thought. But the part I think is strange is that now he offers the money. And naturally, OP just wants to make sure that the money and the amount is correct. Maybe he's not as confident, so he calls floor. But now the villain starts hurling slurs at OP and really did not want the floor to come by. Why?
Yeah, no. Of all the things to get invested in this story for, it's why this man has a disdain for floor.
Yeah, why does this guy hate Norman the Floorman so much?
Yeah, that's the only investment I draw on. I actually don't give a shit about OP anymore. I just want to know.
What's up with this guy?
Yeah, what's up with this guy?
He's like, don't call the floor over. I'll give you the money. Just don't call the floor over.
Maybe he's banned.
He might be self-excluded.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
Now they'll take all of his money.
Hold on. Yeah. So if you're self-excluded at the casino and you win money, the casino can take it back.
Forfeit it, yeah.
Does that count for poker?
I know at least for the bad beat jackpot, 100% for sure.
Yeah.
I think if you're self-excluded, you're just not allowed in the casino, right? I don't know.
Yeah, no, but like when you're winning money in poker, you're not winning against the house. You're winning against other players.
But no, the whole point of self-exclusion
Yeah,
is
you
to
can't get
remove
in.
yourself from a gambling space because you have a gambling problem or something.
Yeah, no,
and so it's the casino's responsibility to make sure that you don't gamble.
Yeah, but they end up there anyway.
So the whole story is he snuck in and played poker and really couldn't get caught.
I think that's a really good theory.
Yeah,
like
the secret gambler.
Yeah. And then Floor comes by, much to the villain's disdain.
Yeah.
And they rule against OP, and the villain gets the money.
The guy was probably sweating the whole time just to get kicked out.
He's
not ask for my ID.
He's got his sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's very funny. Just like,
Don't ask it. Don't call me. Don't call this number. You don't know me.
let's see what the comments say. Think Roof 2360 says, understandable call from the floor and decision. I try not to mug my hand until the pot's pushed my way also. I understand verbalizing the bet, but you should make an effort to at least place the chips out for communication purposes between you, the player, and the dealer.
This guy's too reasonable. I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Too reasonable.
It looks like all of them agree with you. Another guy says this, I always keep hold of my cards until the chips are pushed my way. Yeah, when I win a hand, it becomes a trade. Dealer gives me the pot, I give them the cards back. Especially in a cash game, when the pot is pushed to me, I give them my cards face down to the dealer with the tip on top of them. That way it's clear to everyone that I'm not mucking, but rather claiming the pot since I'm even tipping them. Verdict?
Wait 2 seconds.
Wait 2 seconds.
Just wait 2 seconds.
Yeah. Verdict. I want to hear the villain side of the side. It's villain. Get on Reddit.
Anyway, folks, the moral story of this one is keep your cards before you muck, and or communicate.
Wait 2 seconds.
Wait 2 seconds.
Communicate.
Whichever
better.
one's easier. Which is
Whichever
probably
one's
2 seconds,
For
honestly.
most poker players with no emotional intelligence, I think it's going to be wait 2 seconds.
Yeah. It really depends on who you are.
Anyway, folks, that was Greg Reads Reddit. Thank you again to my guests, Edison and Brian, and we will see you next week for our second episode. If this video does well, make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks guys.
Bye.
Later.